attachment or something.
Okay. Okay.
And from time to time, I like to sleep with their boyfriends, so that's what I do to make them mad. I go sleep with their boyfriends.
Do you do it for money or just for the love of the sport?
Because they're attracted to me.
So their boyfriends be trying to talk to you or whatever.
Are attracted to me.
If he saw you dealing with someone else, would he be upset?
Oh, they get upset. They all get upset.
They all get upset. Yeah. Wait a minute. What you mean they all get upset?
All get upset.
What, you got that good?
Yeah, I have that wonderful. I mean, I like whipping on him.
You like what?
I like beating on him.
You like beating? Wait, what?
I like beating him.
So you are like his dominatrix type deal?
Yes, we fight all the time. I beat him.
What's up, YouTube? So, guys, we got merch. Make sure you go to AtlantaStreetInterviews.com and grab one of the newest drops. The merch is popping, so make sure you go get it now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. If you love the channel, or if you just like the message, Homeless Lives Matter, we all have a story. Or I love Atlanta Street Interviews. Go right now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Get one for your auntie, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your nephew, your frenemy. Get one for everybody. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Go cop the merch. Now back to the content.
Good morning, Atlanta.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with an update, y'all. Okay, so it's Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's the day after Juneteenth. But last time we talked, I think you were supposed to go to Rehab on Monday.
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask.
That's why this is my last weekend.
So let me ask, because I've heard the last weekend thing. I know how those last weekends.
How many times have you heard that before?
Not necessarily from you, but I've been out here for years. And I hear that all the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
and
when you see it, don't look for me with your camera.
All right. So what happened?
I went to rehab and I did my admissions. I got accepted and I have 3 months of rehab. However, when we got to the part where you have to actually walk in the doors, I started having denials. I was like, I don't know if I really want to be here. This is not something I want. And I started pulling back.
So you let the devil attack you?
I let the devil attack me. I let being superficial attack me because I just didn't like the setting that I was in. You're there in gowns, and it's just a TV, and we're all sitting in the middle of the floor, and I'm thinking, like, you got to do this for 3 months.
Okay, so you was like...
And I really couldn't do it for 24 hours.
The anxiety hit you real hard,
It hit me really hard, so I just, like, dropped everything. I was like, you know what? I started talking, and I had a better conversation, peaceful conversation, and she was like, well, you can come back next Tuesday, and I'll let you in for sure.
Okay, so you talked to the people.
Right.
And they understood.
Right.
And they said, come back next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, and I'm going to be I'll get in guaranteed no matter what.
Okay, so you got a spot is what they saying.
Yes, sir.
So what's been going on since then? What's been going on since last time we talked?
I mean, the game has been getting a little bit more difficult for me because it's just a push out the door so I can see it. But because it's real life and it's not fabricated or reenacted events that happen to you, like all my clothes were thrown in the trash. I got fighting with some of my good friends.
So hold on, wait. Okay, so the clothes thrown in the trash, what happened there?
What happened there, it just wasn't my home, and I didn't pay to stay, so they had put my stuff out. There's no
Was this
argument.
a male or female?
It was a male.
Okay.
I think they're homosexuals. They say not homosexuals, but I believe that some of them are.
Well, were y'all having sex?
We had sex before I found out that they were, like, getting in the story that they were homosexuals.
And
like,
so did y'all get into an argument or something? Like, why did he throw your stuff out?
I started talking shit, but I had been out here on drugs so bad that I don't even feel stuff, so I don't react like I'm supposed to.
Wait, what?
It wasn't a real argument. Like, you should be pissed off. You should be beating that person up that threw your stuff in the trash.
Right.
I did not do that.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, was it an argument that led to him throwing this stuff in the trash?
No, sweetheart. He just threw it out because I didn't come in the house and pay him.
Okay, so he wanted his money.
Right, he just wanted his money.
How much were you paying him?
Whatever I could. Dope, cash, whatever it was that I could give to him, I was paying him whatever I could.
Okay.
Not saying his face. They don't know his name on his face, but the cash or money, a dope, sex.
Okay, so
sex,
basically you didn't pay the piper and he decided to throw your stuff out. You say you got into
and he's one of the freakiest customers that I got. I'm gonna be real. Like, he's like one of the freakiest guys
Wait,
I
what
got.
do you mean freakiest customers?
Like, he likes to whisper when we have sex. He like, take those clothes off. You know,
he likes to whisper.
He's like whispering.
So does that turn you on, or?
I mean, yeah, it turns me on for him because it's excitement. That's what he likes. So I've never seen nobody feed me that type of appetite before, so it intrigues me to get in there and keep fucking with him.
Okay.
It makes me want
You know, most ladies that trade sex for money or rent and stuff like that, they say that they don't really like the sex.
The sex is not, no. It's not. It's something that we appreciate. It's never going to hit our soft spot.
But like, with him, you like it?
With him, I mean, I like whipping on him.
You like what?
I like beating on him.
You like beating? Wait, what?
I like beating him.
So you are like his dominatrix type deal?
Yes, we fight all the time. I beat him.
Okay.
I like beating on him. He likes me to beat him.
Okay.
Because that's why he shows off like he does.
That's why he shows.
Anybody that stares at a person's face, he stared at my face one day for a whole hour straight, just sitting there and stared, and just got back and forth, but he sat and stared at my face for a whole hour. So anybody that does something like that, they like to get beat.
It sounds a little crazy
Sex
to me.
is weird, but he's hungry. I don't give you guys all that, God forbid. But he likes to get beat. He likes women to beat him.
How do you beat him? Like with your hands,
Not
with
physically,
stuff?
with your hands, your mouth, your energy, anything, any form of rejection or discipline to him. Like sit down or don't do that. He likes that.
So do you like to do that?
Yeah, I mean,
You like to play that
My
role?
life is going through so many things that God just sent it to me. So it's like boom, boom, boom.
So it gives you like a punching bag to get off some of the stuff or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, so didn't expect to hear that. Okay, but why do you think he's gay? Turn
Because
towards
the
me.
women like, well, you know what you say? Because the women like me.
What do you mean?
When they got good guys, we don't want to see. That's what he says. When you got a good motherfucker, you don't ever want to stick to him. You know, when you got a good nigga, you always put him down for the bad nigga. That's his rap.
Was that true?
That's true. I don't know what's the difference. I'm 36. I don't know the difference between a good nigga and a bad nigga. See, I would look
At
you.
36,
Because
you don't know the difference
because
between
you
a
have
good.
potential. See, you show me that you have a little bit of potential because you're trying. You're doing videos and it's it's not like it's a network behind interviewing people. It's something
Right.
you got to do on your own. So
Right.
that shows me a little bit more potential in you than the average guy. So I will push that. That was what I would consider a good guy.
Okay. Why do you think he's gay
Not
though?
a businessman, but a good guy. Why do I think he's gay? I don't know.
Well, you said it like you found out that
I
he
heard
was
that
gay.
he got molested or somebody did something to his father, raped him or something as a child. And when you look at it, you can see it on his attitude. That's what I heard.
Huh.
Being as though I was a child, a victim. You can see God sends people to people in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I tell
But see,
you,
I'm
I
not one
know.
of the many people that that get mad at another person. I try to control my anger. That's why I give so much, because I like peace in my life. So that shit that he just did this morning, I maybe never want to talk to him again.
So that just happened this
But
morning?
I know we'll probably talk. Yeah, it just happened.
Where he
this
threw the
morning.
stuff out?
Yeah, he took me out because I didn't pay my rent.
How long had you been staying there?
I've been staying there on and off for like 2 years now. Like,
Oh, so that's kind of been like your go-to spot.
Yeah.
All right, does he consider y'all to be in a relationship?
Yeah, we're in a relationship with his ass.
Huh?
Yes, we're in a relationship with his ass. What the fuck?
So that's like your man?
They're my man, but he's one of my guys. I would say that. He's one of my guys, or I call him my baby.
If he saw you dealing with someone else, would he be upset?
Oh, they get upset. They all get upset.
They all get upset. Wait a minute. What you mean they all get
They
upset?
all get upset.
What, you got that good?
Yeah, I have that wonderful.
You got that wonderful. How you know?
Because I call myself Miss Good Pussy. Because I know. I don't understand why they talking to me anyway. And then when they ask me to have sex, you want to have sexual favor for me for money? And then you came to me and asked me that, so that's why I'm smiling, because I never had people to do that. I wouldn't expect that I would never expect that in my life. That was not.
You never would expect what? People to come and ask for sex?
Sex for money. Yeah, I never expected to have that kind of role in my life. Not a role. Well, I can't see. I'm not being smart right now. I never be that person. I never thought I would be looked at as like a prostitute. I never thought that a person would look at me as a
What age was the first age that you did that? Traded sex for money or whatever?
And probably like 27, 28.
And was that around when you started smoking the hard or whatever?
I started smoking hard, probably, yeah. Since I'm 35, I started smoking hard at like 30, 31. So around about that time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was around about that
Do
time.
you regret just starting to smoke hard and stuff like that?
Yeah, financially, yes. Always financially, but mentally, spiritually, and physically, no.
You like it? Okay, I was about to say, just tell the truth,
Because it makes
right?
you, on the inside, it makes you a softer person. So, a lot of things, not by the eyes, but by the physical.
By the what?
By the physical, like your energy or who you are, it makes you naturally a softer person.
Okay.
Because you don't know, you're going through so many, it's so much of an energy boost. Whether you had good times with it or bad times with it, so much of an energy boost that it makes you softer.
And so why did your friend and you get into a fight?
Because I didn't pay my rent this morning.
No. You said that.
That was dope to say. Because I
so-
didn't pay my rent
you
this
so
morning. You should
crazy.
cut the camera off.
No, but I'm saying, as far as you said that you got a homegirl or something that you got into a fight with or something like that.
Oh, yeah, a couple of girls that were out here with me, I got into an argument. They thought I was going to sleep with their boyfriend.
They thought what?
I was going to sleep with their boyfriend.
Why did they think that?
Because I have done things like this to these people.
So you slept with their boyfriends before? Why?
Because they just don't, they put that, They have a thing. They have a thing. Or just because I wanted to. How about that? How about us just say just because I wanted to? That's the type of girl I am.
Well, now hold on now. So were these like your homegirls? Like you say,
No,
your
I'm from
street
Maryland.
homegirls?
I'm not from Maryland, so we street swingers. And from time to time, I like to sleep with their boyfriends. So that's what I do to make them mad. I go sleep with them.
Do you do it for money or just for the love of the sport?
Because they're attracted to me.
So their boyfriends be trying to
Their
talk to you or
boyfriends are
whatever.
attracted to me.
And so they beat you up, you said?
They try to. They ain't got me yet, but they might.
Would you like
They
run
say-
away? or
Exactly.
Would you like end up running away or whatever?
No, I just grab my stuff and go. When I don't get my way, and I'm very spoiled. If I don't get what I want, I'm gone. If I don't have my way, if I don't get my piece in this, I'm gone. I'm leaving.
So hold on.
And that's been my same MO every day since I've been out here. I say if I don't get what I want, I'm gone. And
But where do you go? What does that mean? Gone?
I mean, I'm leaving out their house. I'm leaving their neighborhood. I'm not gonna smoke no more of their stuff. I don't want no more of their money or their time. I've had guys that I've went on dates with, big dates, and I will let them keep their money. I say,
You say you're
we'll
what?
We'll have sex and everything, and I'll let them keep their money. I say, keep your money. I don't want your money. You can have that shit. That's how I have to talk to them, because they'll never respect you if you keep taking their money and then don't give it to them how they want to. They'll never.
Gotta
respect
set your boundaries, right?
You gotta set some boundaries, even the ones that lie, because some of them come right to you and lie.
Lie about what?
A lie about anything. You stole from them, you did this, you did that. I'm like, I've never took from none of y'all out here. That's why I'm still living. So don't lie. Or I had my face to be busted open, or something bad would have happened. They still sit right there and lie.
So let me ask. I mean, because all this sex that you're having or whatever, how much of it do you enjoy versus how much of it are you doing out of necessity?
I enjoy most of it.
Okay,
It all means something.
So you enjoy the sex?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I don't, I try to.
Do you like orgasm and stuff like that?
Yeah, let's have one.
You do? Okay.
Now that I can have one.
What do you mean now that you can
now
have
that
one?
I can have one. First, I couldn't have orgasm.
What do you mean?
At first, I couldn't have an orgasm.
Well,
at first, I couldn't have. I mean, at first, I would not.
What changed to where you started having orgasms?
I guess my sex appeal or how I looked at things. I was like, wow, I'm that beautiful. This shit gotta feel good.
Were you like older when you started having orgasms, or were you like younger, closer?
I didn't know that they were orgasms earlier on. Like now, I'm just starting to know that they were orgasms that I would have.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were. I didn't know that they were orgasms that I was.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you think was the trigger to cause you to go from not experiencing orgasms to then, I guess one time you had sex and you experienced it and you knew what it was. What was the trigger? Like, what caused that to come online?
That's a good question. I guess guys, being around men, attractive, sexy, gorgeous, lovely men. Being around them, some of them just make me melt at my knees and I get weak and I have to have them. So
Is that right?
That's so right. I'm gonna say, you see how I started really smiling. I'm like, is my teeth
like
right?
You're smiling with your eyes. You're smiling with everything right now.
Because I've run across some very attractive men, so I can't help it. Like, I want to take my pants off right now.
Say that again.
I said I want to take my pants off right now.
Wait, what are you doing? Wait, let me see what you have on under there.
Oh, I have one. This is some lingerie. It's not much, but it's something.
Okay. Okay, so you got your fit on. And so I guess you're able to get guys to do the things that you need them to do.
Keep wrapping it up, people.
Okay.
I've got guys that do many things for me, but most of all, they just help me get by every day. I don't ever overdo it when I go in there and get money or anything that I need to survive. It just comes not for me naturally.
I tell you what, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've interviewed thousands of people, and I know like good spirit, good energy when I come across it. You definitely have a good spirit and good energy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, like you have the spirit of somebody that you could generally trust, So even though, you're in your addiction and everything, right? Even in these interviews, you're extremely honest.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask real quick before we go. Does the thoughts of the kids come across your mind?
Of course. Every day. And if not every day, every other day. I think about my children all the time.
When you think about them, what thoughts?
I have two that are in defects here. Shit, I won't leave this. I will not leave this federal place until this shit is done right. So everybody's calm,
What do you think about when you think about them? What thoughts come to your mind?
Why me? Why? me, not they're them rejecting me, but just being better. My better conversation, better act, how I act, being more spiritual. So that way when I come around them, every time, all that friction that they say you're supposed to have when you are having been around your children, it'll just go away. And then when I open up to them, they'll accept me, just like I had them in my womb. That's how I relate to my relationship with my children. I try to keep every day like we've been together every day. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, miss. Listen, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. If anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that now?
They can message me. No, I don't have a way yet. I don't have a way.
The people that liked your video.
I don't even have a phone. I barely watch television.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we gotta get you squared away. Do you have your ID for any of that stuff?
Yes, I have my ID.
So you probably can go up to the free phone guy when he sets up.
I'll go
be up there by 5 points.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, like I say, we really appreciate you. Definitely wishing nothing but the best, all right?
All right.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right.
Yeah, no.